Let's make history. Is this your first time tearing a Ferrari apart?
So Joey's kind of new. He just started. He's got a lot to learn.
Yes.
There's a first time for everything.
I've been working here for about 2 months. It's totally different, you know, coming from working on Volkswagens to exotic cars.
Yeah, these are a lot different than Volkswagens.
Are you sure you got this?
Dude, are you gonna sit there and breathe over my shoulder?
It still looks like it's leaking.
People are always gonna say something like that. It's leaking because somebody broke the line. I wonder who that was.
Sometimes it's brittle.
He does know a lot, but there's some places when he might not know what he says he does.
But there's a puddle on the floor.
All right, subwoofer box out. Fantastic. Let's get that center console out. I really want to see if there's any bolts underneath that, bolt holes underneath that center console. That'll be interesting to see. Brandon took the center console apart. Hey, since you're in there, are they, check the frame. Is it, no?
Actually,
Tell me it is.
they have masking tape over it, but there's a hole.
We were able to see that Ferrari actually pre-drilled the holes for the shifter box.
1, 2, 3, 4 for the box. You're good, and they're tapped.
Which is great. I mean, you know, obviously he said they were there, I said they weren't.
Put masking tape over it, but it's there, and it's already tapped.
It's OEM Ferrari masking tape.
Sometimes it's just like talking to a brick wall.
We got bolt holes here. Remember how I said don't be concerned about the bolt holes in the chassis? The chassis were identical?
Because you've taken a Scud apart before, right?
No, I just said they don't change chassis because there's too much involved with changing stampings.
So I work in manufacturing. I design how companies manufacture parts.
Right, but why would they pre-drill these holes, but they wouldn't pre-drill those holes? They didn't even drill the holes for the slave cylinder. There's no threads.
Those are on a separate part, and it's one more process. This process is the same for all cars. It costs them more to take these out than it would be to leave them in.
He was right, I was wrong, so I'll take it. When was the last time you took a Scud apart?
I've never taken a Scud apart.
Man, shut the fuck up. Just fucking
But I deal with machinists all day long.
Take the center console out and shut the fuck up. We'll be driving a 6-speed manual Scud here shortly.
End of the week?
End of the week. Of next week. So we finally got to the back end of the car. We took the carbon fiber covers off the side panels. We're gonna have to jack this car up and get the bottom cover off. And the only other thing I don't remember is how we routed, well, this is different. We looked at the F1 pump and some of the connections actually look different than the base model 430, so I am concerned about that. Well, there's definitely some differences between the base model 430 and the Scud. I think that's gonna be an issue. And what the fuck is that? We've found that on the passenger side, there is a module that's connected with a harness, and we're trying to figure out what this module is. Hopefully it's not for the transmission. And if it's a part of the transmission, then I think it's gonna turn into an issue. A lot of questions and no answers. Oh, fuck. If I can't figure out what this thing is, I mean, we literally could be dead in the water as we sit right now.
It's still smoking.
Fuck. The coil just fucking exploded. We finally figure out what this module is. It's part of the F1 system, and I'm kind of bummed at the moment because here I am unplugging stuff, trying to figure out what this thing is. and just out of nowhere, one of the coils just decides to just go up in flames. That's what that pop was. We connected the scanner to it, ran the car for a second, unplugged it to see what it would do, see what codes it would throw. Instead of throwing codes, the car ran like shit for a minute, so we cut it off right away.
I hear it.
I hear sizzling.
And as we were standing here, we smelled something burning. So I'm troubleshooting this issue. What could have caused the coil to just go up in flames? I think I have it narrowed down. I went ahead and switched computers from left to right and recreated the problem on the other bank. Was it the coil burning? Yeah. Yeah, it was. And the back one too. All right, so we have a back computer. That pretty much proves that the passenger side computer is faulty. Should I separate them? Like take this one off, plug that one in? And we just swapped them back and forth, and we were able to replicate the issue on the driver's side. So we're actually going to send the computers out to our buddy in Florida. He's going to attempt to either recover the computers that we had in the car, or he's going to flash the new spare computers that I had. Hopefully we get back these computers, we can just plug them in and it'll just be plug and play and we can keep moving forward. Don't know what it's going to cost, don't know how long it's going to take, and it's just more of a delay. These computers we're sending out, they're pretty expensive. If they get lost, it could probably cost us about $5 grand. We gotta put insurance on it too.
Comes with 100. Did you want more than 100?
Yeah. Can you do 5,000?
5 what?
1,000.
Okay.
Might as well, you know, just keep pushing. If we stop now, then we're just gonna encounter delays, and we're on a pretty strict time frame. And we definitely don't wanna run into any issues with timing. Always a fun trip to the post office. Timing is of the essence for us at this point. Hey Brandon, we got our computers. I think this should probably solve most of the issues. Okay, moment of truth.